Testing for sound. 1, 2, 3. Testing for sound. 1, 2, 3. Got our rabbits here getting ready to take the ice today for this last game of the tournament. This will determine third and fourth place of the tournament. Rapids getting called out to the ice here now for our 3-minute warm-up as we welcome you back here to the Mount Vernon Rec Center, just outside of Washington, D.C., where your Daytona Swamp Rapids are competing in the Congressional Cup Midwinter Classic. This is going to be our last game of this tournament, as there were 2 other teams that came up with more points than us this weekend, but that's okay. This team played really well all weekend long. I had a few miscues, but we're going to see if we can't finish this tournament on a strong note and take home that 3rd place. Thanks for joining us here live on the KPHN. We got just under 2 minutes to go here as we have warm-ups on the ice. Let's get to our lineup. For your Daytona Swamp Rapids, number 4, Jaden Ditsunen. Number 7, Michael Browerman. Number 8, Sebastian Schaefer. Number 11, Sam Hemme. Number 12, Luke Guzmano. Number 13, Ethan Resendez. Number 19, Alex Kozak. Number 21, Luke Williamson. Number 23, Aiden Kirschbaum. Number 24, Chase Poole. Number 26, Andrew Fogler. Number 27, Larry Lauer. Number 29, Tyler Brodus. Number 33, Josh Reagan. Number 77, Easton Grimes. Number 83, Brendan McMullen. Goaltenders today, number 31, Angelo McGovern. And number 35, Carson Miller. Not participating in today's games, number 14, Eric Rose Jr., number 74, Seth Canada. Anticipate seeing number 35, Carson Miller today between the pipes for this game. As we are coming up to the end of this travel season, we do have some upcoming events. That next one here is going to be on February the 8th. On February the 8th, where we are going to be doing, we're going to be heading to Clearwater for 2 games in Clearwater on that Sunday versus the Florida Kings and the Clearwater Ice Storm. And then the following weekend, over Valentine's weekend, you are going to find us hitting the road, literally going up to the top to Minneapolis, Minnesota for the, the Gopher State President's Cup. So we don't have a schedule yet for that, but I anticipate it being a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or a Saturday, Sunday, Monday tournament again. That's the buzzer to get us started today here as we head to center ice for our face-off. Greenville.
Yeah, that's how we are. We have the A is already known,
1, 2, 3, Rabbits. Let's get going as we head to center ice. All right, let's head to center ice for the face-off. Starting on this line, it is going to be Ethan Resendez, number 13 at center, flanked by number 27, Larry Lauer, and up top, number 21, Luke Williamson. On the back end, starting on defense, number 33, Josh Reagan, and number 24, Chase Poole. Let's go, Rabbit. Skate hard, skate fast, and kick it in the ass. Let's do it. Resendez on the face-off. Pens have it. Pens have it at center ice, sending it deep into their own zone. Going after it, but Williamson coming up, putting that pressure on in that corner. Poole keeping it in, firing through traffic. It's just wide. Puck coming all the way down deep into the Rapids zone. Number 35 between the pipes on that one. Has a great poke check out of the way by Poole. It gets deflected. Pens try and get it cleared out to, or try to get another shot up. They send it back in to the Rapids zone. Drop pass back, shot, deflected. Oh, that was, Miller had it on the stick side, came and deflected it with his pad on his right leg, and it got caught behind and kicked into the back of the net. .13:07 left to go here in this first period. Out at center now, number 19, Alex Kozak, with Andrew Fogler on number 26, and Jaden Ditsuna, number 4, flanking him on either side. On the back end, number 7, Michael Browerman, and number 77, Easton Grimes. Pens player kindly asked to, he has no net guard, so he has no net guard, so both of them are being asked to leave. 3 of them being asked to leave for no net guards at this point. This is not a this is not a new thing. This is not a new thing, guys. This has been a thing for the past 2 seasons now. Whatever. Here we go for the face-off now. As the Pens come in fast, but the Rabbits win that face-off, dumping it deep into the Pen zone. Pens pick it up around the backside of their goaltender. Vogler there to stop it, swinging it back in around the backside of the net. Kozak going for it. It gets cleared up to the top boards. Browerman stopping it, trying to turn it back around. Pens at center with it. Vogler sending it back to the red line. Gets it over to Ditsunin. Ditsunin smacking it back into the Penguins territory. Penguins play it up against the glass and moving it now to center ice. Grabbed by Andrew Vogler at the red line, dumping it in deep into the Penguins zone around the backside of their goaltender. Browerman overskating that puck. It gets popped up into the Rabbit zone, but turned around quickly by Grimes. Grimes gets it back to center. Puck gets flipped back to center ice. Rabbits looking to calm this down and set something up here as Browerman sends it back to Hemi. Hemi plays it up the boards as it comes to center ice. Turned around here by Kusmano, number 12. It goes back deep into the Rabbit zone, picked up by Hemi once more in the corner. Hemi up to Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum hit from behind. Another loose puck in front of the net. Pens keeping it in at the blue line. Over to the side. Browerman now skating through traffic, getting it into the Pen zone. Pens clear it once more to center. McMullen now with the puck. Brendan McMullen with it. Dumping it into the top corner of the Pen zone. Browerman coming off and Reagan coming on. Pens once more, moving it fast into the Rabbit zone. Hemi trying to push him out to the corner. They look for a spot in the slot there. They take it up to the blue line. No power on that shot by the Penguins, so the Rabbits get a chance to get it cleared out of the zone. Not able to. Coming back behind once more, it's Josh Reagan with it. Kicking it into high gear as he's coming down the ice. Gets it around the board, deking him through the side. Shot wide. Not able to be stopped at the blue line there by Brodus. As it's turned around by Resendez. Resendez dumping it in deep. Getting back to Brodus around the backside of the net. Comes up to the corner. Reagan stops it. Shots wide. Yeah! Great job with the assist from Kyler Brodus and a goal by number 13, Ethan Resendez. And we got a tie game here. All right. Number 21 doesn't have a net guard either. Off the faceoff. Puck comes loose again. Reagan tapping it up against the back. It gets deflected back into the Rabbit zone. Poole coming after it. Poole settling that puck down in the corner. Banks it up the way to number 8, Sebastian Schaefer. Schaefer tried to scoop it back over, but the Pens pick it up from the circle. Shot, save by Miller. Face-off coming to the stick side of Miller. With Kozak taking the draw. Kozak with the face-off win, trying to get it back over to Schaefer. Actually, Grimes is the one who picks it up. Grimes has it. Moving it through the circle. Taps it and drives it through center ice. Takes the shot, deflected up and out of play from that blue line. Face-off is going to be coming to the stick side of Penn's goaltender. Off the face-off, Rabbits try and keep it in. Hemi going after it here along the boards. Hemi still chasing it down. Puck comes to the top of the ice around the backside of Miller. Hemi scoops it around the corner. Looking to try and get it up to Lauer. But the Pens send it to the top of the ice at the circle. Williamson getting in there. Kozak putting his shoulder in. Centered pass from the side slot. Deflected off the skate. It looked like Lauer on that one. Pens get it around the backside of the net. Send it up to the blue line. Nice job by Lauer to pop that puck out of there. Kozak tried to get a shot off, got deflected. Williamson gets it in the corner. Pens pick it off. 9:13 left to go here in this first period. Shot deflected, saved up high and into the air. Hit the glass, did not hit the netting, so it's still fair play. Pens going back and forth in their own zone. Got to get past Reagan and Browerman. Shot, saved by Miller. Fast glove by Carson Miller on that one with 8:48 left to go here in this first period. We're tied at 1 apiece. And for the faceoff, it is McMullen. McMullen wins that draw and gets it around the backside of Miller. Poole fighting for that puck around the backside of the net. With a little help from McMullen, Poole comes up with it. Passes it up the way, getting it up the boards over to Ditsunen. Ditsunen holds on to it, gets through center ice. He's pushing that puck through, getting it in deep into the zone. Puck gets stuck up against the boards there and picked up by the Pens. Reagan trying to move that puck back. Rabbits with it once more as Ditsunen with a great heads-up play to get it over to McMullen. McMullen taps it up to Fogler. Fogler tried to turn it around. Puck is loose in front of the net. Poole looks to get it at the top of the boards. Gets tripped up. Pens go in. Shot. Score. If he whacks his stick one more time and breaks it, it's coming out of his allowance. $7:59 left to go here in this first period. Back out on the ice. Resendez at center. Kusmano to the right. Kirschbaum to the left. On the back end, Browerman and Grimes. Resendez wins the faceoff, getting it to Grimes in the corner. Grimes with it, gets it up the way to Kusmano. Kusmano clears it as Resendez coming after it. Kusmano tries to stop it. Picked up at center by Grimes. Grimes with it. Passes it over to Browerman. Browerman to Grimes. Grimes to Kusmano. Kusmano taps it back to Grimes. Grimes takes it into the zone. Pens looking to try and settle that puck down in their own territory. Comes up to center. Kirschbaum fires just wide. Puck gets deflected high and into the air as Grimes picks it up once more. Grimes going in. Passes it across the way to Resendez. Resendez not able to hold on to that puck as the Penguins pick it up once more. Looking to get past both Browerman and Grimes on that. Grimes stopping it with his skate on that. Rabbits get it cleared. Penguins pick it up at the red line, dumping it in, or not able to dump it in, as it comes back into their own zone. Penguins have it at center ice. Resendez comes up with it. Resendez up to Cusmano. Cusmano with it. Puck deflects high and into the air. Stopped and dropped by Resendez. Sending it back over to Hemi. Hemi passes it back to Browerman. Browerman on a missed pass to Hemi. Hemi gets leveled. It gets right back up. Up the boards over to Schaefer. Schaefer flings it up the way to Brodus. As the Pens send it back into center ice. Everybody get back on side. Kozak trying to hold on to that puck to get it back into play. Taking a little bumpy bump from behind. Reagan keeping it in play at center ice. Getting it up the way to Kozak. Kozak with it from the top circle. Turning it around. Trying to get through traffic. Puck gets loose. Over to the side, and we're going to have a penalty coming up here now against Kozak. They're going to call Kozak on tripping. I think there was a little bit of both action on that one. Yeah. All right. So Rabbits going on a penalty kill here now for the next minute 30 with 5:55 left to go here in this first period. On the ice to take the draw, it's going to be Lauer. Pens with it, passing it to the top of the ice. Getting it towards the front of the net. Browerman tried to stop that puck. At least stop that shot on it as the Penguins regroup. Penguins from the circle again. It goes around the back side of Miller. Coming over to the near side corner. It is going to be the Rabbits with it. Browerman skating it through the zone. Browerman with it, looking to set it up. Lobs it high, gets it over to the top of the ice to Williamson. Williamson keeping it in, sending it around the backside of Penguins goaltender. Lauer coming around the backside to put some pressure on as the Penguins take it out of their zone and through center ice. Reagan and Poole out there now on defense as the Penguins with it. Shot wide. Puck comes loose out to center ice once more. Penguins pick it up. 30 seconds left to go in the penalty kill for the Rabbits. They got a chance through the slot. As the Rabbits put the pressure on there during this penalty kill. The Pens take it from the top circle and get pinned up against the board. Poole poking his stick in there to try and get it out of there. Pens come up with it. Shot off the post. Poole clearing it as it gets out. Great job by the Rabbits here with 5 seconds left to go in this penalty kill. They come in once more. Picked up by McMullen, and that is going to be it. We're back at full strength. McMullen coming in from the circle, setting it up in the slot. Puck gets bounced and cleared out to center. Browerman trying to get after it. He comes up with it at the blue line outside of the Rabbits zone. McMullen taking it in once more. Puck gets deflected to the bottom boards. McMullen sends it to center. Vogler trying to go after it now. It gets cleared all the way deep into the Rabbit zone for our first icing of the game with 3:56 left to go here in this period. We're coming all the way back. Face-off coming to the glove side of Penn's goaltender with McMullen taking the face-off. Vogler and Ditsunen on either side. Grimes and Browerman on the back end. Grimes tried to hold on to it. Not able to. Penguins take it away. Penguins hustling to get to that puck in the top corner of the ice. Ditsunen with a great takeaway there. Ditsunen drops it back to McMullen. McMullen, great job from Vogler with the toe drag there on the blue line. McMullen gets trapped up against the boards as the puck flies up. Stopped by Browerman. Browerman sends it towards the net. Batted down by Ditsunen. Puck is just stuck there. Vogler tried to turn it around again. Stopped by Browerman. It comes over to the near side corner. McMullen sends it around the back side of the net. Up to the top of the ice to Vogler. Vogler taps it back to Browerman at the blue line. Puck gets deflected high. Jumped up in the air and caught by the Penguins. No icing on this. This Pool's going to get it. Sending it right back to Ditsunin at the blue line. Taking it through center. Gets it into the pen zone once more. Gets pushed out of the way. Vogler with it, setting it up in front of the net. Puck is flying all over the place. We got pushing, we got shoving, we got everything happening there, but no penalty calls. So, Penguins taking it away once more. Oh, McMullen family. McMullen family, we are so sorry. Nice clear by the Rabbits in front of Miller. Again, shot wide. Off the post. McMullen playing without a stick right now. Schaefer with it. I'm sorry, not Schaefer. That's Reagan with it, getting it cleared all the way down deep into the Penguin zone for icing. We're coming all the way back. We are so sorry. So sorry. They got to get a new stick now out of this one. Sticks are not cheap. All right, face-off coming to the stick side of Miller. Quick shot off the face-off, deflected to the bottom of the ice. Another shot, nice kick out by Hemi. Again, puck in front of the net. Great job defensively by Reagan and Hemi there to give Resendez the opportunity with that breakaway into the Penguin zone. He gets pinned up against the board as Karshbaum comes in to try and help him out. We got a pile up over there along the corner. Puck comes loose all the way deep into Rabbit zone for icing on the Penguins. We're coming all the way back. Face-off is coming to the stick side of Penguins goaltender. Quick shot, score from Grimes! Easton Grimes off of the face-off win from Ethan Resendez ties this up. We got a tie game with 1:30 left to go in the first period. Kozak coming in for the faceoff. Schaefer up top. Brodus down below. On the back end, it is going to be Grimes and Browerman. Pens dump it in real deep into the Rabbit zone as it comes around to the near side corner. They set it up in front of the net. Stoppage of play here as it is saved by Miller. We're also tied at, well, we were tied at 7 apiece. Now it's 8 to 7. Wrong side, guys. Once more off the face-off. Penguins send it to the top of the ice. Shot. Puck is deflected in traffic. Coming up to the glass. Deflects off. As the Rabbits try and get a stick on that puck. Grimes looking to get it moved out from around the backside of Miller. Taps it over to Kozak. Kozak shuffles it up the way over to Brodus. Brodus trying to hold on to it, but the Pens pick it back up at the circle. Shot and a score. Right under the leg. Right under the leg of Miller on that one. All right, off the face-off, it is McMullen taking the draw. It comes all the way down to the deep backside, around the back of Miller once more. Again, setting it up in the slot. It deflects out to center ice, where Williamson definitely not letting them have that easy as the puck deflects off of Miller. He taps it over to Hemi. Hemi playing it up the boards up to Lauer. Lauer gets pinned up against the side as McMullen try to get that puck released. The Pens take it away and move it back into the Rabbit zone. Poole getting it around the backside of Miller. Poole with it. Poole going for it, making his way in, dumping it deep into the Penguin zone. And it's going to be coming over to the near side, and that is it for this first period. All right, thanks everybody for joining us here at the Mount Vernon Rec Center, where your Daytona Swamp Rabbits are taking on the Wilkes-Barre Junior Penguins. Wave high, wave high. There we go. Taking on the Wilkes-Barre Junior Penguins here in this Game 4 of the Congressional Cup Midwinter Classic. Rabbits coming into this game 1-1-1. We won one, we lost one, we tied one. And this is putting us into determining if we are third or fourth place in this tournament out of a grouping of 7. So 14 minutes on the clock to start off this second period. Don't forget, join us back on the ice in the warm state of Florida, although it's not much warmer down there than it is here right now, as we will be heading to Clearwater on the 8th of February to take on the Florida Kings starting at 12 o'clock. So join us then, and then if not, come see us in Minnesota because, you know, we're a sucker for the cold temperatures. Why not go to Minnesota in the middle of February? All right, here we go as we get started on the faceoff. McMullen taking the draw. Williamson down below. Up top, it is going to be Lauer. On the back end, Browerman and Reagan. Puck comes all the way back into the Rabbit zone. Saved by Miller. Williamson shovels it out. Gets it up the way to McMullen. McMullen fires through just wide. Stopped again by, wow. Sorry, that was stopped by Browerman. Browerman had a great shot there. Literally, I think it hit the goaltender in the neck, but it was cleared. As the Rabbits coming down deep into their own zone, it's going to be icing on the Penguins with 13:20 left to go in this second period. We're coming all the way back. Resendez taking the face-off. Vogler up top. Jitsunen down below. Hemi and Grimes on the back end. Grimes keeping that puck into play. Great job by Easton on that one as it comes all the way down. Hemi stopping it at the blue line on this end. Sending it back to the corner. Penn sending it to the top of the ice in their own zone. It deflects up. Banks off of the metal piece there. Penguins driving it into the Rabbit zone. Shot. Saved by Miller. Like literally face save. Gets it in through the skates. Puck comes up and back into the Rabbit zone. Let's try it again as Browerman sends it to Hemi. Hemi taps it to Jitsunen into the corner. Puck comes loose. Back at center ice. Kozak getting his stick in there to try and stop that drive. It's going to be Browerman with it. No penalty coming up. So we're going to... They're calling it on Kozak because it was a retaliation. Can I smack her? Yeah, I have lost. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, probably not the best. All right. Rabbits going on. I might just do that. Rabbits going on a penalty kill here now. as puck comes up through the slot to the top of the blue line. They send it back down to the bottom of the ice. It is Poole, McMullen, Resendez, and Browerman all out there right now. As the puck comes down to the Penn zone. Penn stop it at center. Control pass into the zone. Takes a shot. Saved by Miller. Puck comes around to the bottom of the ice. Penn's with it. Less than a minute to go in the penalty kill for the Rabbits. From the top of the circle. From the side. Picked up by McMullen. McMullen able to tap it to get it clear to center. Penn's pick it up once more. Penn's looking to come in through once more. Poole pushing him out to the side. Shot. And a score. A power play goal by the Penguins. Put them up 2-4 with 11:16 left to go in this second period. Back at center ice for the faceoff, it is going to be Lauer taking the draw. Kirschbaum down below. Up top, it is Kusmano with Grimes and Reagan. Reagan with it. Reagan skating it into the zone. Reagan gets laid out over the own bench. Grimes with it. Grimes tries to fire, gets deflected. Pops out to center. Reagan with it. Reagan dumping it in deep. Pens get it next to their own goaltender. Kirschbaum sneaking in there. Grimes keeping it in play, dumping it into the corner of the Penguin zone. Penguins have it around the backside of their net. Passing it up to the blue line. Reagan tries to get to it. Kirschbaum swinging it around with a backhand shot. Puck comes up again. Reagan fires. Again, deflected. Back to Reagan once more, and it pops out to center ice where Browerman's going to get it. Shoveling it in. Grabbed by the Penguins. Penguins with it. Through center. Lauer going after him. Browerman and Lauer both not letting him get very far. As Lauer tries to come up with it, his stick gets tangled up. Puck clears to center. Lauer taking a hit on the boards. Gets up. Penguins once more. Deflected around the backside of Miller. Picked up by Reagan. Reagan sends it along the boards. Penguins pick it off. Bowerman to Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum sending it across ice, getting it to Kusmano. Kusmano getting tripped up. Puck gets caught underneath Kusmano. Penguins dumping it in once more. Tapped back to center by Browerman. Kirschbaum sends it over to the way to Brodus. Penguins pick it off. Reagan with it. Reagan sending it deep into the Penguin zone for icing with 9:08 left to go in this period. We're coming all the way back. Face-off coming to the stick side of Miller. With Resendez taking the face-off. Resendez, Hemi, Schaefer, Brodus, and Grimes out there. Grimes tried to get it cleared. Picked up by Brodus. Brodus able to tap it out. It's going to be icing once more on the Rabbits. We're coming all the way back. Face-off coming to the stick side of Miller once more. Rabbits win the face-off. Great job by the Rabbits to get it past that blue line. Here comes Resendez. Resendez deacon through the sides. Takes a shot over to the side. And Brodus scores! Tyler Brodus with the score! gets his first goal. Yes. Yeah, I think they just got it. They just got it for him. Oh, way to go, Kyler. All right, let's go again. Here we go with McMullen taking the face-off, getting it back in the way, trying to get it over to Bowerman. Poole gets deked out of the way, and we're going to have a hooking call coming up against Fogler. Oh, please save it at the right spot. Rabbits going back on a penalty kill for 1:30. As McMullen wins that faceoff, sending it around the backside of Miller. Ditsunen gets it back over to Browerman. Browerman stuck around the backside of the net. Pens with it at the top of the ice. Puck gets deflected once more over to the bottom boards. Centering pass missed by the Penguins as Browerman tries to get it cleared. Great smack by Ditsunen as Ditsunen makes his way in. Takes a shot. Save. Good hustle by Jaden Ditsunen on that one. Comes up to the top of the ice once more. Grabbed by McMullen. McMullen not able to get much power behind that as the Penguins once again with it. Penguins take it into the Rabbit zone. Reagan tries to push it. And a score. Power play score by the Penguins. Right back at center ice for the face-off. Kozak back giving his goaltender little pep talk back there. And that's what kind of makes it very cool that Alex Kozak was chosen to be the captain for this team. Great leader. And last year, travel hockey for him. Grimes sends it back into Williamson. Williamson up against the boards. Gets picked up by the Penguins. Penguins have it in the corner. Lob it up high and back to center ice. It's bouncing ice. They're going to get a chance on Miller once more wide. Penguins with it once more, getting around Lauer. Shot, score. All right, back at center ice for the faceoff. All right, it is going to be Resendez taking the faceoff with Kirschbaum down below. Cusmano up top. Poole and Hemi on the back end on defense as they get through. The Pens get through once more. Penguins with it in the front of the net and they score. Coming back to center ice, no change in the line for the Rabbits. Resendez on the face-off, picked up by the Pens. Pens send it in deep all the way into the Rabbit zone for icing with 6:29 left to go in the second period. We're coming all the way back. Resendez in again on the face-off. Taps back to Poole. Poole playing it up against the boards, trying to get it up to Cusmano. Cusmano with it. Cusmano tried to shovel it over to Resendez, and it's going to come. Oh, it's right there on that one. Sorry, I thought it got cleared. Resendez getting it around the backside of Miller. Puck comes around to the near side corner once more. They look to set it up in the slot. One-time shot, doesn't hit. They take a shot from the blue line. Gets deflected off the skate of Cusmano. Pass from Resendez to Cusmano. Cusmano taps it back up to Resendez. Resendez making his way through traffic. Sick moves, great shot, better save. $11 shots on goal right now for the Rabbits. As McMullen coming in for the faceoff with Brodus and Schaefer. Brodus with it along the side, gets it tapped up, try to get it to Reagan. Reagan stops it, sending it back in. Penguins pick it back up in their own zone. Penguins clear it to center as Schaefer jumps it in deep back into the Penguin zone. Penguins have to get to it first. Penguins do. And from the blue line, the Penguins move it out to center ice and back into the Rabbits territory. It gets flung to the top of the ice. Reagan tips it back up the way over to McMullen. Puck is rolling there at the blue line. Penguins settle it down. They send it to the near side corner. Grimes with it up against the boards. It gets centered up. Brodus goes after it. Penguins from the circle. Shot saved by Miller. Brodus dumping it in deep into the Penguin zone for icing with 4:45 left to go here in this second period. We're coming all the way back. Face off coming to the stick side of Miller. As Kozak on that face-off win gets it back to Browerman. Browerman passes it back up to Kozak. Kozak holding on to that puck, flinging it around the boards. Penguins pick it up. Puck deflected high and into the air. They get it at center ice. Browerman puts the hit on at center as Hemi tries to get to it. Great job there by Browerman, although close slash on that one. Browerman turning it around at the top of the boards, playing it off the glass, gets it to Fogler. Fogler with it now. Fogler dumping it in. As everybody chases after it, Penguins go for it. Kozak stuck in the corner with that puck. He still has possession of it as he tries to send it to the slot over to Fogler. Fogler with it, fighting for it. He goes around the backside of the goaltender, and Penguins come up with it, playing it off the boards. Browerman dumps it back. Picked up by Hemi. Hemi with it, playing it to the glass to Ditsunen. Strong pass to the top of the ice by Browerman. Browerman going for it. Picked up. Browerman playing it to the boards to center ice. Great pass up the way to Resendez. Resendez comes in, takes a shot wide. Browerman with the follow-up. Gets deflected. Penguins clear. Going in, looking to get past Poole. It gets picked up, deflected by Poole and Ditsunen as Browerman has it. Browerman off the boards. Gets his rebound, takes it over the red line, passes it up the way to Resendez. Shot save. Off the faceoff, coming here to the stick side of Penguins goaltender. Resendez in again on the faceoff. Gets it back to the way. Goes to Poole. Poole fires through traffic. It gets deflected. Puck deflects up high as the Penguins make another drive in, looking to get past Reagan. Shot wide. Williamson with it. Tried to clear it. Penguins stop it up the circle. They set it up in the slot. Deflected. Poole in the corner with a little help. Puck comes around the back side of the net once more to the top of the ice, still in the Rabbit zone. And a goal. 2:06 left to go here in this second period. Coming out for the face-off here now, it is going to be McMullen with Kirschbaum and Kusmano. Browerman with it on the back end. Kusmano tipping it, deflecting it deep into the Penguin zone. Penguins with it along the corner. Kusmano sets it up to Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum tried to turn it around, got caught up. Grimes with it, dumping it back deep into the Penguins' territory. Penguins with it once more, picked up by McMullen. Great turnaround by McMullen. McMullen got leveled here up against the boards. Bowerman now with it, going in. Slowing it down, setting it up. Kirschbaum fires, deflected. Penguins pick it up. Bowerman trying to keep it in, but we got a bouncy puck at center. Bowerman able to calm it down. Takes it around the back side of the ice. Slides it up to center to Kirschbaum. Pens pick it up. Penguins again, sending it back into the Rabbit zone, grabbed by Grimes. Less than a minute to go in the second period. Grimes passing it up, tapping it up the way to McMullen. McMullen fires! Kirschbaum with a rebound, fires and saves.
Hey, let's go, Kozak! Make something happen!
41 seconds left to go here in this second period. As Kozak in again for the faceoff. Schaefer to his left. Brodus to his right. Hemi and Reagan on the back end on defense. Reagan getting his stick in there, but the Pens with a breakaway shot. Coming over to the side. Saved by Miller. Miller gets laid out as there was a collision there.
Save Tempe!
Get the net back on its spikes as Miller with a big save there in the corner. Kozak in again. Pens win the faceoff. Quick shot off the faceoff. It's wide. Picked up by Reagan at the top of the ice. Reagan with it. Reagan moving it through the zone. Penguins turn it back around. Penguins with it. Poked out of the way by Hemi. Hemi, scrappy in there today. Trying to get that puck out of there. Shot through traffic, save. Deflected out to the side. Schaefer clearing it deep, and that is going to be the end of this second period. Thanks for joining us here live on the KPHN as we come into the last period of the Congressional Cup Midwinter Classic, where your Daytona Swamp Rabbits have competed all weekend long over this MLK weekend. Thanks for joining us. There is only a few more chances for you to watch your Swamp Rabbits play this travel season. That is going to be on February the 8th. And then our final tournament, final games of our travel season, which will come to a close in Minnesota when we head up north for the Gopher State President's Cup over Valentine's Day weekend. So make sure you tune in here or you come and join us because we would love to have you cheer on this team to end up our season. Special thanks going out to all of the coaches and volunteers for this season, including head coach Eric Perrin, assistant coach Vic Kirschbaum, assistant coach Lee Wood, team managers Christina Kirschbaum, who has done a great job managing not this team but other teams too. So she's like, you know, those people that spin the plates in like the vaudeville shows and they got to keep the plates spinning or else they fall and they break out. That's Christina right now, and she's doing an amazing job with it. So as we get started here for the third period, let's head out to center ice for the faceoff. Resendez taking the draw. Vogler to the right. Up top, Ditsunen on the back end. It is going to be Browerman and Hemi. Let's go, Rabbits. Whoa. Penguins with it in their zone. Coming out to center once more. Getting him out to the side. Hemi pushing him out. One-time opportunity denied. Picked up once again by the Rabbits. Cleared deep into center ice and back into the Penguin zone. Ditsunen put some good pressure on there up against the boards as Browerman looking to get a pass off to Hemi. Hemi shoveling it back to center ice. Vogler, cross ice pass, getting it up the way to Ditsunen. Ditsunen chasing that down. And the Penguins pick it off. Resendez doesn't like the looks of that, so he pokes it back into the Penguin zone. Penguins back to center. Holding it. You're clear. Let's go, Resendez, as he makes his way into the Penguin zone. Holding that puck in that corner up against the boards. It gets cleared, stopped at the blue line by Browerman. Browerman sends it, and it is deflected. Hemi around the boards, around the backside of the goaltender, picked up by the Penguins. Coming back out to center ice. Hemi's going to chase it down. He gets it first, sending it back to center. Penguins pick it up. Set back towards Miller. Miller deflects it to the top of the boards. Poole goes after it. Gets it cleared up the ice. What the hell? Is he okay? I didn't. I was following the puck. No, it's his leg. So what's the call?
Why is the clock running?
We're just going to go with a rolling clock apparently now because even with an injury, yeah, that's bullshit. In the state rules, it states that you stop the clock if there's an injury on the ice.
How much time are you going to take off the clock?
It should have stopped for the injury. Off the faceoff, it's McMullen. McMullen back to Browerman. Browerman fires, missed, or blocked. Shot again from the top of the circle by the Rabbits. Rabbits keeping it in play at center ice. Cleared deep into the Rabbit zone, grabbed by Browerman. Rabbits on a power play right now. Penguins dumping it back into the Rabbit zone once more, picked up by Grimes on the back end. Shot saved by Miller. We're back at full strength on the ice now, as the Penguins take another hard shot towards Miller. Calling offsides on the Penguins. Faceoff is going to be coming to the bottom of the blue line here, just outside of the Rabbits zone. Kozak taking the draw, Kusmaner down below. Kirschbaum up top. On the back end, it is Reagan and Hemi. Puck gets sent in deeper on the backside of the net. Reagan's going to pick it up in the corner. There's live barn here. I'm wondering if we can't see it. Shot high over the head of Miller. Kozak once more coming in. Kozak turning it around in the corner. Sending it towards the net. Puck is loose. Puck comes around to the near side. Centered up once more. Kirschbaum's going to pick it up. He's got Kozak at center ice. He kicks it to Kozak. Penguins grab it at the blue line. Now to red. Line change for the Rabbits. Penguins once more coming in. Takes a shot. Deflected. Comes over once more. 7:20 and counting as Broadus able to kick that puck out to center ice. Resendez coming after him. Resendez. Thank you. Headshot. Or are they going to call it on Resendez? Because I wouldn't be surprised on that either. Yeah, smacking him in the head with the stick is not. They're calling it for a high stick and not a whack against the head. So Rabbits on a power play. Off to the side, Reagan with it, fires through traffic, gets deflected. Schaefer tried to settle that puck down, gets deflected out. Browerman stopping it at the red line, turning it back around, back to Schaefer. Penguins pick it up in the Rabbit zone. Browerman trying to get it through, little hooking there. Browerman coming in. Browerman tried to set it up too. Nice stop by Reagan. Reagan sending it in deep. Browerman tried to set it up to Broadus. Puck comes loose again, all the way deep into the Rabbit zone. It's picked up by Reagan. Reagan with it. 54 seconds left to go. Missed pass by Reagan, picked up by the Penguins. They shoot, deflected. Schaefer with it at the top of the boards now. Reagan, Schaefer passing it across the ice. Passing has not been our strong game today at all. It has been very minimal at best for the Rabbits. Penguins with it with 15 seconds left to go. Resendez with it, check from behind. Ditsunen coming after that puck now. As we're back at full strength on the ice. Browerman with it. Browerman playing it off the glass, trying to get it back to McMullen. Okay, it is going to be a goal for the Rabbits. That means the clock should stop. And it is Jaden Ditz. I don't know if Vogler got that goal or Ditsunen got that goal or McMullen got the goal. But either way, all three of them worked to make that happen. What's that? Yeah, it shouldn't have done on the injury. On the face-off, here we go. As McMullen gets plowed over on the face-off. Ditsunen with a hard shot. Puck is lost. There it is, around the back side of the net. Puck loose again in front of the net. Comes up to the blue line. Grimes sending it in deep into the corner. Grabbed by Vogler once more. Grimes again sending it back around. Back to Vogler. Vogler's got McMullen. Puck is loose. And a save. He's standing. That's a good thing. Chase is back out. Or no, he's not out. I hope so. All right. Hopefully it was just a stinger or something. Kozak with it in the corner. Lauer trying to go after it. Puck is loose. Penguins pick it up. 4 minutes left to play in this game. Reagan dropping it, tossing it. Quick pass back to Lauer. Lauer with it at the top. Gets it to Hemi. Hemi from the blue line. Sends it back around the back side of the goaltender. Penguins trying to get it out of their zone. Rabbits are not making it easy for them. As Reagan tries to stop it, and it's a breakaway opportunity through the skates of Hemi and a score. Back at center ice for the faceoff. Poole is back out on the ice now, along with Grimes. Resendez taking the faceoff. Kirschbaum up top. Cusmano down below. Resendez with a good faceoff win, but it gets deflected back into the Rabbit zone where Grimes picks it up, getting it to Poole in the corner. Poole sends it up the way to Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum tapping that puck, trying to get it out of there. Poole scrumming for it. Puck is at his feet. Kirschbaum trying to clear it. Penguins keep it in around the back side of the net. Grimes goes after it. Grimes with it along the boards to Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum laid out on top of the puck. Puck comes loose. Puck finally comes loose. Penguins with it. They send it towards the net. Penguins again once more. Saved by Miller. Kirschbaum with it, trying to get that puck out of the zone. And Rabbits finally clear. Penguins pick it up at center ice with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this game. Grimes with it once more. Sending it around the back of the boards. Up to Cusmano. Cusmano with it. Puck deflects around the backside of the ice to Grimes. Grimes with it. Grimes lobbing it deep into the Penguin zone for icing with 2 minutes left to play. Rolling clock at this point in time. We're coming all the way back. Don't forget, everybody, join us on February the 8th, where we will be back in Clearwater, Florida, taking on two teams, the Florida Kings and the Clearwater Ice Storm, for our last regular season games of the season. Penguins win that faceoff as it comes over to the near side corner. They send it towards Miller once more. It comes up to the top of the ice. Sending it around the boards once more. Reagan gets laid out behind him. Picked up by McMullen. McMullen trying to get the puck away from the official. Official just decided to stand there. Puck comes loose. Grabbed by the Penguins. Penguins with it. Send it towards Miller. Deflects up and above him. 1 minute to go here in Mount Vernon. As the Penguins chase that puck down deep into their own zone. McMullen with it. Over to the side once more. Penguins coming up through center ice with 40 seconds left. Looking to get a shot off. Great job by Browerman to push him out of the way as McMullen picks up that puck, sending it to Brodus. Brodus kicks it back to McMullen. McMullen over to Brodus. Comes back to center. Browerman fires high. 20 seconds left to go. Once again in this one, here we go as it comes around the backside of the net with 10 seconds left to go in this game. Penguins with it at the circle. They set it up once more. Save, save, save by Miller. And that is it. Carson Miller with 3 back-to-back saves there at the end of this game. And that is it. Time has expired. We are out of here, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at the Congressional Cup Midwinter Classic here outside of Washington, D.C. Your Daytona Swamp Rabbits fall to the Wilkes-Barre Penguins 9-4 here. 24 shots on goal for the Pens, 18 on goal for the Rabbits. Thanks again for joining us here on the KPHN. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast despite the outcome. We'll see you in a few weeks in Clearwater. And as always, let's go Rabbits.
Oh yeah, because we're actually closer from here.
Yeah. Good job, Rabbits. Good job, Rabbits. Good job, Rabbits. Kyler! Nice job! Chase got all the sticks. Good game, guys. And our fearless coaches. Thank you.